Hey guys, I just got home from work. Figured I would tell the story now before I go to bed. Oh man, if you're wondering why I'm walking weird, it's because I got like this massive blister under my foot. It's got to be at least the size of a grapefruit. It's from walking around in those condemned shoes. But that's not the story I want to share with you guys. The story of my night, and it was a doozy. But I pulled through and persevered. So, let's just say it starts off with me ending the vlog, right? And then heading off to work. So on my way to work, you know when I first usually turn on the camera, that road there. Well, as I'm booting down the road, all of a sudden a deer comes flying out of nowhere and leaps in front of the truck. No, I didn't hit it. I did not hit the deer. I got on the brakes super hard, chirped the tires a bit, ABS kicked in, came to a stop. The deer literally jumped out in front of the truck and just looked at me all dirt faced like, "Hey buddy, got any Hortons?" Like, what the hell? Is he pooping or is he just like right on the sidewalk? Okay. So the deer just like kind of jumps out in front of me and just sits there like an idiot. So I managed to stop the truck and it's just sitting there staring at me still. So I'm like, flash high beams, low beams, honk the horn. Finally it gets the hell out of the way and I carry on with my journeys. So I'm like, Jesus, I'm really, that could have sucked, man. It was a fair sized deer. I'm pretty sure it would have destroyed the whole plastic front end of that truck. But anyway, okay. Whatever, I get to work, get out of the truck, go inside, log into the building because security needs to know who's in the building at all times. In case of an emergency, a fire, whatever the case may be, they need to know where every employee is for security purposes, right? So after I'm done signing in and all that jazz, I jump in the elevator and gotta go up to the 5th floor. Security unlocked the elevator, because we got these little like badges that you touch on the thing and it gives you permission to use the elevator. And then I start my ascend up to the 5th floor. So sure enough, start my ascend, get about 3 floors up I think it was, and all of a sudden the elevator goes beep beep boo and just stops. And I'm like, oh yeah, like looking around. There's a video of it on Instagram. If you're not on Instagram, check the links in the description and you should be able to go to my page, and you don't need to subscribe. You should be able to just see it. I don't think I have any sort of locked out stuff going on. But if you want to follow my Instagram, well, hey, what a good way to plug it, right? Anyway, so sure enough, now the elevator broke down on me. I'm like, son of a... I got in the elevator at 10:45 p.m. Actually a little sooner than that. It was probably around like 10:40 p.m. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, what the heck am I gonna do? So first thing I do is I press the alarm button, ring the bell. Nobody responds. Then I see an emergency button and I'm like, okay, let's press that. Somebody comes through the PA system on the elevator all like, you know, where are you? What building are you in? What's the address? And all this. So I basically give him all the information they need, and he's like, have you tried pressing the bell button? And I said, yeah. And he goes, what happened? I'm like, well, I heard a bell. He's like, anybody respond to you? I said, no. And he's like, okay. So he ended up calling the security. Security thought I was already on the top floor. They saw the malfunction on the reader board down below. They knew the elevator broke down. But they're like, oh, he probably made it. They didn't even come and check on me, little bastards. So sure enough, I'm stuck in this elevator, and are you ready for this? I'm stuck in that seesucker for 50 minutes. That's right. I was stuck in there until like 20 to 12. 11:40. Buddy finally gets up there, the technician, to release the elevator. He couldn't release it, so they pried the doors open enough to get to there's like a thing on the top that he had to hit to completely unlock the door. So you put this thing in and he pumps it, and it does like you know, like a C-clamp. You ever seen those clamps where it's like I got a handle and you squish it and you can like really compress it down? It's like almost like a jack. I don't even know what the hell they're called, but you see a lot of people use them when they're gluing stuff together. So he ends up using that to get the door open enough, and then he hits this button and then the door's open. And he's like, you're gonna have to climb out. Guys, if I would have been old Adam, there was no way I was fitting through the crack I had to crawl out of, okay? Number one, I wouldn't have had the upper body strength to pull myself up there. And number two, I wouldn't have the lower body dimensions to fit through what I had to fit through. First, he tells me that, and I just kind of looked at him and went, you're kidding, right? He's like, well, we got to get you out of there. Like, you're going to have to jump up here and crawl out. And I'm like, I've seen movies, and I know how this is going to end. And he kind of laughs, and he goes, don't worry, the elevator's not going anywhere. It is locked. It's not going anywhere. And I'm like, okay, we'll do it, but I hope this doesn't end with 2 of me. You know what I mean? Like, I get halfway out, then the elevator decides, I want to go back down, and it just guillotines me. Yeah. Luckily, that didn't happen. See, I have legs still. I'm still 100% full. So we're good. So I finally get in the office, start doing some work and stuff. When it's about an hour afterwards, around 12:40 now, when I'm sitting here and I hear a giggle. And I look over at the door in the office and there's a little girl standing there in like a nightgown. And she just laughs and goes, hello. And I'm like, I just kind of paused and went, what the hell? Cleared my eyes, looked again, still a girl there. And I'm like, I get up and I'm like, what are you doing in here? And she laughs and runs away. And I'm like, okay, this isn't funny now, guys. What the frig is going on? Sure enough, this kid's father forgot something on his desk. I guess he lives alone, brought his kid into the office, couldn't leave her at home sleeping by herself, had nobody to watch her, woke her up, brought her into the office. I go around the corner to find out where the hell this kid's running to. I see the dad and I'm like, dude, and he kind of laughs and he goes, he's like, are you all right? And I'm like, okay, after the night I just had, having a little girl in a nightgown show up in the office and say hi, like an episode of The Shining, really puts you on edge. And he just laughs at me and he's like, well, he's like, bad night? And I'm like, yeah, I got trapped in the elevator. I told him the whole elevator story and all that, and he's just like, he's like, which elevator? I'm like, the brand spanking new one they just installed. And he's like, I just rode that one. And I said, yeah, well, I'd recommend taking the stairs on the way down. So needless to say, tonight I've been running the stairs like crazy ever since that, to the point where, yeah, 14 floors, 5.05 miles, 10,000 steps, had 93 minutes of exercise so far today. 14 floors. Day's just started. It's pitter patter and have at her. I need to go to bed. So there, that's my fun. That's my fun. Let's hope tomorrow's better. Jesus, Murphy. Oh, hey guys, it's 3:40 something in the afternoon. I just got up to a message from Mom letting me know that everything I thought was gonna happen happened. Uncle Dougie repealed Bill 148. 15 in fairness bill. The reason why I'm getting paid a fair wage at work. All that fun stuff. Repealed. Now, how's that gonna affect me? I have no idea yet. I don't know how much of it he repealed. I gotta go read up on it. But no, she messaged me and let me know that this is a thing. So if they think I'm gonna do that job at super low pay, that's not gonna happen. Might as well start looking for work now, I guess. Get something else. Because I know they said that, like a lot of people think, well, they won't lower your wages down. That's what the boss said. He's like, well, chances are you're still going to make the same amount. The only thing that's going to happen is anybody new coming in is going to get paid the lower wage. But I guess we'll wait and see. They try and hack my wages down. It's like, yeah, sorry, can't do it. Bye-bye. Man, guys, that thing freaking hurts. That's the blister that I got. Can't even walk on my foot right. It's just like completely cocked over. I don't know how to get rid of that either. Never actually done anything physical enough to get a blister like this. Don't know how to treat it. Actually, I guess it'll just pop and then become skin again. I don't know how the heck I got that. It's because my... Okay, 1 second here. Come on, Oreo, go lay down. Jesus, Murphy, I'm like trying to get to the coffee machine and he's circling me like a little shark. Oh, God, I just want to drive a coffee in my face. Drive a coffee in my face, go find this article on Bill 148, see exactly what was repealed. I don't know, man. So far, Doug Ford seems to be screwing up more than he's solving. Everything he tries to do ends up costing the taxpayers more money. Oh, maybe I really should consider leaving Canada. Starting to think that's probably the better idea. Like, there's no jobs in North Bay. Literally what I have now, even at a reduced rate of what I was making before, pays better than anything else in this piece of shit town. Like, it's so sad. It's pathetic. It's because I live in a retirement town, that's why. I think I need to get out of this town. I think I need to sell off everything and just go somewhere, because yeah, living here was just a bad idea. And it sucks. It really does suck. Like, I bought a house. I'm established here. This is probably the reason why millennials don't buy houses and don't think of buying a house, because they know they're not going to have the life like my parents had, where you get a job, you hold on to that job for the rest of your life. Now it's like you get a job and then 2 years later you got to get another job because that job just garbage, failed, whatever the case may be. Oh, it's just freaking annoying. Anyway, I'm probably bringing you guys down on this. Sorry about that. Just being told this information really pisses me off. Because, you know, it's messing with my livelihood. And if you can't understand that, then you're probably damaged. Well, just confirmed it, people. Doug Ford is in fact repealing Bill 148, basically, which was to modernize the Ontario labor law. He's repealing it, and he's introducing the Make Ontario Open for Business Act. In other words, screw the employer, or screw the employee, give everything back to the corporation. Basically how it was before. So that's ridiculous. Guess we'll have to wait and see what's gonna happen at work. If they drop our pay back down to what I was making before Bill 148, then I definitely need to find a new job, because that's ridiculous. Like, I knew they were gonna scrap the 15 bucks an hour thing. That was a given. I knew he was mad about the 10 days off. Basically, workers have up to 10 days off receiving pay for sick days only, so you can just take a day off and whatever. But if you took a paid day off, you took a paid day off. What else was there that I saw here? But the changes will scrap the new equal pay measures for temporary, part-time, casual workers, which required they receive the same pay for doing the same work as permanent employees. New measures to make it easier for temp agency workers to unionize will also be repealed. Why do you think that's a good idea? Like it says right here, and I had the numbers off, temp agencies have been on the rise, and just over the past couple of years went up by 20% in Ontario. See, the problem with the temp agency is they get paid a lot of money and they don't do anything. They're like the cancer of the employment world. People, like, they wouldn't be bad if they were used properly, but they're not used properly. Like, in the case of my job, for instance, there's been people there that have been working for the temp agency for 2 revolutions, as in every 5 years temp agencies have to bid a contract with the with the company, and whoever drops the nicest contract wins. Well, under Bill 148, we all got paid the same, so it was whichever company was willing to take the worst payout cut from the corporation got the contract. And there's been people who have been working there. One guy's been a temp for 10 freaking years. This is the problem with this whole operation. This is why equal pay for equal work was nice, is because it actually costed them a little bit more to run us temp than it did to give us full-time status. Now, here's the thing. This is what I'm getting at. Is they don't want to make us full-time status, because then if we get into the union, then they can't make us work these shifts we work. They can't give us these 30 hours a week. They have to give us 40 hours a week because it's part of the union. They can't give us this come and send us home at whenever they want just because it's slow that day. They can't push us around like a lapdog. So they get us through a temp agency, and that way there we don't have a leg to stand on. And if we don't like what they're telling us to do, they'll just replace us with somebody else. Like, I know I do a good job there, but I know they would have no problems replacing me in a heartbeat. Which is why it's like, I like the job, but who cares? Because to them, I'm just an expendable. So it's like, maybe, I don't know. I gotta wait and see what's gonna happen. We didn't get any emails from the temp agency about what's going on with this. And like a lot of people, when I mentioned this before, a lot of people in the comments said, well, did they start charging the employer more when they upped your rates? And yes, they did. And they said, well, if that's the case, then they won't reduce your earning. And what I'm hoping happens, and it sucks, but I'm hoping this happens, we keep our pay raise, but anybody new that comes in goes down to an old rate. That's what happened before at work when the old temp company basically got outbid by the new one that we're with now. Everybody who got on board, basically, they, how should I word this? They kept their old pay, but anybody new got the new pay, because before what it was the starting pay was 24 an hour, and then you capped out at 26. When I came on board, starting pay was 20 an hour, you capped out at 23. So my cap was lower than their old starting, but I was working with people that made the 26 an hour, and I was running circles around them. I'm just a faster, this is my forte, doing this kind of work, you know, I'm a troubleshooter. So I guess we'll have to wait and see exactly how they play this game, and at that point there I'll decide how I'm going to roll the dice. It's just really, really, really disappointing, because this raise, guys, this is one of, and this is what I mean when I say I hate money, because this raise is one of the reasons why I've been so happy lately, is because financial stress will frickin' kill you, okay? When you're broke as a joke, living paycheck to paycheck, and you can't afford to pay attention, it'll freaking kill you. I think I might tell that guy I'm gonna back down on the Bowflex. I think I might have to save up some money and not spend it. Man, like, it is what it is. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna head over to a friend's house and hang out before I gotta go to work. Maybe I'll take you guys along. We'll do a little drive and talk, because there's some things I do want to talk about with everything, all the changes happening and stuff. Like, I was just talking to a co-worker about it, and he believes we're gonna be okay. My wallet. Don't go driving without your license, stupid. Cops don't like that. Big time no-no. Big time freaking no-no to drive without your license. But yeah, we were talking about it. I posted it on the Facebook fan page, and people are taking it the wrong way. Like, it doesn't make sense why they're making the comments they are. Like, yes, I understand you have to go to work to get a paycheck. It's the way she freaking goes, people. But what I'm getting at is the fact that over 30% of Ontario's workforce is being governed by a temp agency. They just recently had fairness added onto their bill in April, and now it's being taken away. You know, when you go from making just over minimum wage, like especially in my job, where I deal with a lot of sensitive stuff, you know, if things go down and they're down for a long period of time, now it affects a lot of people. That's about all I can say about that without giving away where I work. It's just one of those things that people don't quite understand and are quick to make judgment about. But it's like, you know, working at a temp agency doing like cleaning or something is one thing, but when you're doing IT and you're handling sensitive as frig stuff, you would think, well, you'd also think that the mailman can close the friggin'... Obviously not. Now my shit's soaked. Friggin' Canada Post going on strike and they can't even close a mailbox and they're bitching about packages. Friggin' nerds. Frig sakes, guys, did a whole friggin' scene in the truck on my way to my friend's house and lost it. Damn memory card had an error again. So it's obviously not the micro SD to SD card adapter. It's probably something to do with that card that I got from Amazon, because I never had this problem until I started using this new card. So that card itself is probably defunctive. So I think what I'm going to do is head upstairs, grab the SD card out of the DSLR, put it in here, and then I'll just use this one here in the DSLR for snapping shots and stuff, because I can't be bothered to deal with memory card errors while trying to vlog, right? Can't have that, especially when you're not home. Swap-a-rooney time, boys. Okay, got the new SD card in here. Everything's looking good. Earlier in the vlog I said, you know, guys, might have to pump the brakes on the Bowflex. Then I thought about it. Right now, lately, the only thing that gives me joy is a workout. You know, I could be the grumpiest sourpuss in the morning. I jump on the Bowflex, you know, flex some rods, lift some weights, do some rows, destroy myself, hit the bike, do some cardio. I didn't do any today because I went over to a friend's house. We played Jenga. I don't know if I can download that. Well, there's a lot of swearing in the video. I shouldn't include it. Yeah, the last match there was pretty freaking intense, let me tell you. The tower got tall and got pretty wobbly, and I thought I was going to bring it down. It was the person after me who destroyed the tower, but I thought for sure it was like there was 3 moves available. Like, that's how bad it got, to the point where if you take a brick out from anywhere else, it's toppling because there's no support structure. The 3 moves that were available, the actual bricks that were in there were compressed, so they were like load bearing. So you really had to like work your magic and shimmy, and oh my god, managed to pull it off. The person after me went to go pull the brick out and the whole friggin' thing came down. But no, my friend caught it on video. It was funny. I thought it was brilliant. But it was a good time. I needed that because after, like I said, all the stuff that happened last night and then waking up to this, today was just a bad day. But you know what, like, I'm sorry if I came across super negative, and I don't want to be that guy. Like I said, I want to be positive, because if you stay positive, positive things happen and life is good, so on and so forth. And I don't want to be the negative Nancy that I was. You know, times are going to get tough, things are going to get rough, it's the way she goes. But in the end, it's all just material possessions, right? Who gives a shit? Like I said, if I lose this house, if I lose my truck, if I lose stuff, it's stuff. Who cares? Move on, right? Find a way to survive. I've been dealing with BS my whole life, even before YouTube. making videos. Whenever I get on a high peak at the tippity top of the mountain, I always get knocked back down and got to climb back up and knock back down. You know, I found this great quote on Facebook that a friend shared, and it says, "Life is amazing, and then it's awful. And then it's amazing again. And in between the amazing and the awful, it's ordinary, mundane, and routine. Breathe in the amazing, hold on through the awful, and relax. And exhale during the ordinary." That's just living heartbreaking, soul-healing, amazing, awful, ordinary life. And it's true. It's true. It's like, you can't have good and not have bad. You know, yin-yang. All I can really do, and it's out of my control. You know, I can bitch about this till I'm blue in the face with what's happening with, well, what could be happening. Then again, nothing could be happening to us. They might decide, you know what? You do a good job. You deserve to make more money. Even if they knocked me down from where I am now, down to what my previous, and it's because I'm on a different team, the previous guy I worked with made the same amount that I made back at Ontario, which was, you know, I'd be happy with that. If that happened, hey, you know what? I'm not going to complain. But if they knock me back down to what my wages were prior to Bill 148, it's so demotivating. But it's like, well, all I'll have to do is just keep working there and hunt for a new job. Somewhere that's going to actually pay and that, you know, has a corporate ladder to climb. Unlike where I'm at now, where the corporate ladder is literally 2 rungs, and I'm already up trying to look for the 3rd. But sometimes that's what you gotta do. Just gotta take the punches. Like Rocky said, life ain't about throwing punches, it's about getting hit, getting knocked down, but then getting back up and ready to fight again. And all my life I've been fighting. All my life I've been giving her. One more obstacle, one more opponent right here, boys. Gloves up, let's do it. Let's hammer down. And in a way, I'm kind of happy that I lost the footage in the truck, because to be honest, I don't think I would have used it for the key reason of it was pretty negative. I was pretty upset. I was mad. And it was mainly because of stupid things. And I'm like, you can't lose your control over things you can't control. You can't lose your mind over things. I can't control this Bill 148. It's going to happen. You know, they're doing a protest walk tomorrow down on Lakeshore, but that ain't gonna go anywhere. You know, you can protest till you're blue in the face. It ain't gonna do anything. The decision's been made. It's said and done. All we can do now is wait and see what happens and adapt, and that's what I'm gonna have to do. But anyway, people, I'm gonna end it here. It's 10 o'clock. I gotta leave in about 28 minutes to go to work. This time I'm taking the frickin' stairs. I'm not taking the elevator, you know. Been trapped in that thing twice this year alone. In the beginning of the year I got stuck in the old elevator, and last night got stuck in the new elevator. And they say like it's like 1 in 36,000 chance or something like that to get stuck in an elevator per year, and I beat the odds twice. So I think I should buy a lottery ticket. I'm just putting that out there, because like if my luck's gonna be like this, hey, maybe I can win the lottery and not give a shit about this nonsense anymore. But I'm going to end it here, boys. Sorry about how this video came across. I do apologize. I didn't want it to be a Debbie Downer video, but a lot of nonsense happened today, and it's what it is. But thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Ring that bell. And until next time, guys, keep on vlogging.